Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And today, if you don't mind, I would just like to provide a brief update with regard to this channel. There is nothing of any dire significance or any major change that is on the horizon, nothing of the sort. It's rather just a brief update as to what I am considering or what has happened maybe recently in this channel. I wanted to express my thanks for a recent project that we were able to complete and just give you some news about the plans going forward with regard to upcoming video uploads and also some discussion series, etc. So just in case you're interested, excuse me, my dear friends, just in case you're interested. So first up, let me once again thank all of you who participated and joined in on what was known as the 31 days of gangster films and police films from the year 1970 to the present day. And starting from around last month and going on for 31 consecutive days, we discussed a gangster film a day and a police film a day. So 2 film discussions per day over, as I say, 31 consecutive days. So that was a lot of fun. It was very rewarding. And I think one of the greatest, deepest rewards for me was the ability to get to know your own choices and your own input, and to hear what your own 31 days list might look like and the like. So that was a lot of fun for me. So thank you very much once again for affording me such opportunity. And I have to say too that I was so moved, very moved, because I know a number of people also expressed an interest in maybe revisiting that type of format again in the future for a different genre or a different series, 31 days of something or 31 days of this new genre, that new genre. So for those of you who mentioned that to me, thank you so much for expressing an interest in what it is I might have to think or say about a given genre or a given category of films. I'm very moved indeed that that you'd send those comments. So thank you so much for that, and thanks in large part to comments like that and others. I will say that I would like to return to that format again in the future. 31 days of something, and we'll see what we can come up with. But once again, thank you so much for that. It was a really great time, and it was also a good opportunity to be able to kind of revisit some of these films that were in the air, or in my field of vision, or just the films that I was thinking about for one reason or another over the course of the past month or so. So thank you so much, my dear friends, for that. And also, I want to thank you very much for the recent Jaws film discussion live stream discussions that we had also last month. We talked about Jaws and Jaws 2 and Jaws 3, Jaws 3D, and then Jaws the Revenge. So four live stream discussions over the course of once a week. So thank you so much for that as well. So we were also able to complete that series also, I think last month at the tail end, or I'm sorry, this month actually, the beginning of May. So thank you very much for that opportunity as well. So we spoke about the Jaws films, and it was a lot of fun to be able to revisit those and to hear from you again in the live stream format. So thank you so much, my dear friends, for joining in on that. We will be returning to the live stream discussion format very soon. I've mentioned it before, but I'd like to focus on the Superman movies. I will provide more details when we get closer to that. I don't know what this exact start date will be, but when I'm ready to do so, I will make a prior announcement on this channel. So once again, the next live stream discussion to be had very soon will be on the Superman films. So I hope to see you there, my dear friends. Also, I want to say that we will be continuing with the Theo Angelopoulos film discussions. I'm so sorry for going very slowly with that, but I hope you can understand. I haven't forgotten about it. In fact, I'm still preparing the discussion on the work, which is called The Traveling Players from Angelopoulos. It's called The Traveling Players, and it's one of the great monumental works. So I'm just trying to put that together, and I'll have it uploaded as soon as possible. But as I mentioned before, the Angelopoulos film discussions, I had mentioned at the start that I will be going at a somewhat slow pace, because I do want to try to make sure I have my details correct, and also just I want to watch them and rewatch them again, and it does take some time for me to do that. Especially with his films, because it's when I watch the film, it takes some time, sometimes a few days, maybe even a few weeks, for me to fully digest it before I can revisit it again. So it's that type of approach that I have with his works. It has that very hypnotic, mesmerizing quality to it, but it also has a lot that I need to digest and I need to process. There's so much going on. So as soon as I'm able to do that, then I revisit it. So that's why it's taking some time, a little bit longer than usual, perhaps. But I hope you can forgive me. But it is something that I haven't forgotten. And also parallel to that, we have been doing the David Cronenberg film discussions. I'm all set to discuss the film The Brood. So that'll be up as soon as I can. But I do want to try to discuss those works as well, David Cronenberg works, all the way up to his most recent work, because this was also very fortuitous in terms of timing, I thought, which was the latest work by David Cronenberg, which is called Crimes of the Future, will see a release this year. And in fact, I think in some territories, I think in North America it'll be, or in Europe or North America, it'll be maybe June, beginning of June, I think, end of May or beginning of June. In Japan here, I'm not sure when it's going to open, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to see it directly, personally. But the point is that there will be a new David Cronenberg film this year. And so if that's the case, then what I thought it would be so perfect to have the David Cronenberg film discussions continue on in the filmography order, and then leading up to a discussion which we might hopefully have on the new film, which is Crimes of the Future. So so that's the slightly changed plan. Well, not really changed, because the plan is pretty much the same, except the addition of the new film. So but I hope you're interested in that trajectory, my dear friends, because I certainly am. I'm very, very excited about the new David Cronenberg work, and also discussing all the works up to then, including The Brood and Scanners and Videodrome, etc. So, and others going forward. So, as I say, the discussion on The Brood will be up hopefully very, very soon for those who are interested. And then we will be talking too about the Criterion releases. The recent Criterion releases from 2022. I'm at the moment finishing up, just exploring the most recent releases, including the most recent release that I was able to get in the mail as of now is the 4K release of For All Mankind. So I'm just finishing exploring that, and maybe re-exploring it. But there are a number of discussions that I would like to have of those releases, and anything else that arrives in the mailbox between now and maybe later in the month. Hopefully I'll be able to start on those as well. So that's still ongoing. Also, I've mentioned it too, which is I am interested, going back to the 31 Days and the gangster films and the police films. I set the year 1970 as a type of marker, but I do want to speak about films prior to that, and specifically I might have mentioned it, but I was very fortunate to have, for example, these sets, these DVD sets, which are called Warner Brothers Pictures Gangsters Collection, and they come in these various volumes. For example, this volume 1 has films like The Public Enemy, White Heat, Little Caesar, etc. So I was thinking it would be so fun to be able to go through each of these films, similar to maybe the 31 Days, maybe not on a consecutive daily basis per se, but maybe as after one of the current discussion series has ended, I might be able to visit these films in some capacity. So that's also something that's I'm thinking about, just in case you're interested. And then there are some other planned discussions and the like, but let me save those for another update discussion day. But in the meantime, my dear friends, that's it as far as the current plans for this YouTube channel. And I must say that I'm always relying on you and your great support and friendship and kindness and guidance in terms of this YouTube channel, and also in terms of cinema journeys and my own personal cinema journey. You know, I'm always looking for recommendations and suggestions, and you always deliver. You deliver in these great ways, and I don't deserve it. I don't deserve your kindness and attention, but you are so kind as always to be so supportive, and for that I'm very grateful. I'm always very grateful to you, and in that spirit I truly wish that this video finds you well wherever you are in the world. Truly, I hope this video message finds you well wherever you are in the world, and I hope the same is true for all of your family and friends and loved ones. And once you have taken care of all of those very important matters, my dear friends, I truly hope that you are able to watch a lot of great movies. So once again, my dear friends, thank you very much, and I'll see you at the next video. Until then, cheers.